And after all of that time, therapy, years and years of self-improvement therapy, the only thing I improved was my ability to describe why my life was still so screwed up. I could point to those people, places, situations, and articulate with the best of them why things didn't work. But that was the only thing I improved. I was more inadequate, more frustrated. It was like trying to dig yourself out of a hole. The more I dug, the deeper in the hole I got. And it ultimately drove me to become addicted to drugs and alcohol, and to try to quell the pain and the frustration of struggling so hard to make something happen in my life. I mean, do you understand that? Can you relate to that? And I remember ultimately almost dying of an overdose. And I'm lying in the emergency room, and the IV is snaking out of my arm, and I start to wake up as the doctor leans in and whispers to me, "You're lucky to be alive." And I remember that wasn't good news to me. And when the doctor says you're lucky to be alive and you take that as bad news, you're in a pretty bad place. And I remember lying in that bed and wondering, how did all of my efforts to improve my life and create a life of abundance and success and get over my painful past, how did it get me here? They say the universe whispers in your ear, and then it taps you on the shoulder, and then it takes a 2x4 to your head, right? And I was lying in a bed of splinters, basically. I think the universe took a whole tree trunk to my head, but it wasn't quite enough. I couldn't understand what was wrong with this picture. My brother always said I had a big head, a thick skull, and it just didn't crack me open. I thought, I just need to try harder. I just need to work harder. Anybody relate to that?